Hey squad, and welcome back to my channel, and of course welcome back to yet another new video just for you guys. Today's video that I have prepared for you is actually a Q&A, so it's going to be questions and answers. Some of the questions were from you, some of the questions were the ones that I've written down, just kind of things that I would ask myself or someone else in my position. But basically today's Q&A will be a Q&A regarding my experience of living and working in Switzerland, more specifically Sankt Moritz. I don't know if you guys know about this, if you're aware or not, but I have actually spent from December, January, February, and March. So for 4 months, I was actually living and working there. So I kind of figured that I would do a video about this because a lot of my friends and family have said to me like, hey, you know, like it would be really interesting if you just sat down and talked about like your experience. Like how was it for you? Did you like it? Did you not? Like things like this. And basically I would give you an insight on the whole thing. So I said to myself, you know what, this might be a little bit of a different video. It might be something new for my channel because if my memory is not wrong, I think I only did one Q&A. So this would be basically the second one. So I think it's just best if we get right into it. So the first question would be, do you regret doing it? So basically doing the whole experience. Absolutely not. I cannot tell you enough how happy and how proud I am of myself that I went for it, that I took a risk and I did this because I'm a Capricorn. I'm not a huge fan of change. I'm not a huge fan of the like unexpected and like taking a risk, going with the flow. This is definitely like not me. So for me, this was like a bit hard, I have to admit, but I have no regrets whatsoever. It was such an amazing experience. I've learned so much. I think I've become just wiser and stronger, like in every aspect of it. I think it was a wonderful experience overall. And this was actually like a first time for me because before, like when I was in school and in college and things like this, I never went on like any exchange programs or anything like that. So this was like, how would I say, a very new experience for me. Definitely something that I've never done before. But when it comes to like having any regrets with this experience, I definitely have absolutely none. The second question that I would have is the question that I would get all the time when I would talk to like friends or family about me being there, like me living there and working there. Everybody would ask like, is it expensive? Like how expensive is it? Well, to be honest, it depends. It depends like what you're asking about. But I can give you like certain examples that made me realize like, oh, like there's a huge price difference that I did kind of not see coming. Like I knew the country was obviously more expensive than Slovenia, but yet again, it kind of like caught me off guard, I would say. The first thing that I would kind of like compare is cigarettes because I know a lot of people smoke. But for example, like the pack of heats, so the cigarettes that you use for IQOS, in Slovenia, they cost 4 euros exactly. And in Switzerland, a pack of those exact same cigarettes cost 8 Swiss francs. So in comparison, that's basically almost 8 euros. So pretty much it's literally like double the price, which I would say is very, very expensive. Another thing that I kind of like noticed, like the most basic plain margarita pizza, so like a pizza without anything on top except for like cheese. So a pretty plain pizza would cost like up to 22 Swiss francs, which is like around 20 euros, which again, I think is quite a lot for like a pizza that basically has nothing on top. So immediately when you would like add toppings or things like this, the pizza would become like 30 Swiss francs, you know? So definitely not a cheap country. But then again, they also have obviously higher paychecks than we do in Slovenia. So like to me as a Slovenian, it was expensive, But then to like people there that live with their paychecks, I would say is like still expensive, but probably not as expensive as it was for me. So then I would have the question number 3. Sorry, I literally just hit the camera stand. So question number 3, did you like your colleagues and were they nice and helpful to you? This was a question that was actually given to me in the Q&A that I posted on Instagram. I have to say that out of all of the colleagues that I had, like there, I loved them. Like they were just so nice, so helpful, especially the people that were already there for like a couple of years, that were like not new as me. I just feel like they were such a big help. They were like there for us literally from moment 1 to like the last day for anything that we might have possibly like needed. Nothing was frustrating or difficult to them. Like they would gladly assist and help at any time with any type of questions or requests that we would have had. So definitely like the team itself, I think made a huge part of me like having an amazing time there, just because they were all so amazing that it was like impossible to not have a good time. And plus, when you have a good and like a healthy, positive work environment, I just think it helps you a lot with like time flying by much faster. So yeah, definitely loved my colleagues. They were super helpful, super nice. Of course, you don't always like everybody. I feel like this is in every like school or work environment. You cannot like everybody. It's pretty much almost impossible. But the majority, of course, I did. The 4th question would be, did you get homesick and when? To be honest, I have to say that like December and January flew by me and I have no idea when or how. It just like flew by and disappeared, and before I knew it, it was already February, and I was like telling myself like, what? I literally am like halfway through this already and I have no idea how. But basically I would get most homesick on like birthdays because I actually spent my birthday over there. My birthday is January 7th. And of course I was there by myself, no friends, no family. And like also my mom's birthday is in February, and normally I like to spend it with her and like visit. Of course I wasn't able to. And just things like this, you know, they make you like sad and homesick, and then you tell yourself like, oh, I wish I could just go home and be with them. Like I don't care about any of this. But then again, I mean, I think it's completely normal if we're not together every single birthday and every single holidays. Sometimes I feel like just life gets in the way, and these are like normal things that happen. So yeah, it was a bit hard, but to be honest, I expected like before going, I expected to be much more homesick. And to be honest, I wasn't really. So I think overall it was very good. I think I did very well. And yeah, then we have the question number 5, which was a very good question that was also asked on my Instagram profile. The question was, how would you compare Swiss attitude towards work and life balance with ours? So to be honest, I think they are very hardworking people. First of all, you have to understand that I didn't necessarily meet only Swiss people. Like in the hotel where I worked, like the reception alone was made out of people from absolutely everywhere. And I think like one or two people were maybe from Switzerland. The rest was from like Italy, Portugal, Spain, I don't know, like Slovenia, where I was from. We had Croatia, like we had people from everywhere. So it's really hard to say like anything about Swiss people because I didn't actually like meet so many Swiss people. But to be honest, I very much appreciate the fact that they have much higher paychecks than we do. And this hotel in specific is very good. I will explain why, because of course it's a Kempinski hotel. So this is a hotel chain that I've worked at before already. And what I really liked is the fact that you work for 4 months and then you are 2 months off, which I am right now, and then you work again for 4 months, and then again you have 2 months off. So in total, they work for 8 months and they have 4 months off. If you have a yearly contract or like the indefinite contract, I'm not sure if that's the correct expression, then you are also paid during the closure. If you are like me, I had a seasonal contract, then of course during this time when they are closed, when the hotel is not operating, I am not being paid. But then again, the paychecks are so much higher than in Slovenia that you are actually able to save up and live completely comfortably throughout those 2 months. You can travel and like visit your family and enjoy. And then when the 2 months are up, you just come back, you work for another 4. Again, you are able to save up money. So I don't know, to me, this idea is not bad at all. I wasn't even that tired after 4 months, and I really felt, I don't know, I felt like really good. I was like, oh, we're off already. Like I wasn't exhausted, you know, like I wasn't, like I just felt like I had a good season. I could go on a break, but also not necessarily, which I really appreciated, because in the hotel where I worked previously, you would work pretty much like 10, 11 months, and you would be off like about 1.5 months and sometimes 2, depending on like how it is. But the like 10 months, like you feel like they last forever. Like it just doesn't, like there's no ending, you know? So it was definitely a different system. But yeah, I felt like they were very, like the one thing that I do have to say is they were very different from like Slovenia, in the sense of, like I said, everybody was literally from everywhere, and you can feel zero resentment, zero hate, zero discrimination, zero racism. Like everybody was just so welcoming of one another. Everyone was learning each other's language, each other's culture. Everybody was friends among themselves. Like it was very relaxed and very friendly, like the entire work environment. And to be honest, this I think would like be a big difference towards Slovenia, unfortunately. But yeah, and then we have the question number 6, which is, what did you learn about yourself? So I think definitely the thing that I learned about me that was like the most strong, like the strongest realization, was that I am so much more capable and so much smarter than I ever thought I was here in Slovenia. Like going abroad really gives you a perspective of like your knowledge and your experience, because it's someone else giving you their opinion and like their feedback of your work. And it's not like the people and the land where you come from. So I feel like I had a big pressure on myself, like, oh, like I know I'm capable here, like in Slovenia, where I also speak Slovenian, like it's my hometown, my home language, my country. Of course you feel more comfortable, but then going to another country and seeing like what I was actually capable of, and like how smart and how much of like a good worker I am, made me much more confident about myself. So this I definitely loved, and I think this would be like the number one thing that I learned about myself. Question number 7, would you do it again? This was the question that I received throughout the entire 4 months when I was there. Everybody kept asking me like, okay, so now that you're there, like that you're seeing how it is, that you've been living there, like how is it? Would you do it again? Like would you go again? Would you like, are you gonna go back? This is something that everybody kept asking me. And at the beginning I kept saying no. I kept saying like, no, I miss the coast, I miss my friends so much, I miss my family, like I can't wait to go back home. Definitely the answer no was kind of like the stronger one. But then towards the end, I've actually decided, and this is, if I may say, the first time I'm saying it online, I guess. I've actually already signed a new contract with them, which means that I am definitely going back for their summer season, which starts in June. So I'm very much looking forward to it, to see Sankt Moritz also in the summer time. I think it will be definitely different and something new, and I'm super excited. So yeah, to answer that question, I would do it again, and I am doing it again. So super excited about that. Question number 8, what was the language hard for you? So to be honest, I left here very confident about my like German skills, like my German language, because I've learned it first of all in like elementary school already, then throughout the high school, and then in your university as well. So I felt like I was quite comfortable speaking the language and using it with guests as well. But to be honest, when you go to Switzerland, you need to understand that like Switzerland's main language is German, but the German that they speak is like anything but German. So basically like the Swiss Dutch, as they say it, like the Swiss German is so different that even if you're like super good at German, you still might face some difficulties understanding and speaking their German, their version of German. So I did get a little bit scared, and I feel like it pushed me back to be like not so like comfortable using it, just because it was hard. But then I came to a realization that I can just ask the guests to speak Hochdeutsch, which means that they have to use like the German that everybody learns in school. So like with no accents, like not the Swiss type of German, but the actual German. And then I was able to communicate completely fine. So yeah, don't be shy. If you don't understand and you find yourself in a situation somewhere in Switzerland, just ask if they can speak Hochdeutsch, and I'm sure you will be absolutely fine. Question number 9, how was the housing situation? So this, I think they have handled pretty well, to be honest. And the way they do it is, so the hotel is, for example, placed here, and right next to the hotel there's a, as I like to say it, like a dorm type of situation. It's like a big property with nothing but rooms inside. So it's divided in I think 4 floors, and on each floor you have rooms. Those rooms are 2 with 2 beds or 1 bed, so you can have single or double rooms. For this season, when I was there, I had a double room, meaning I had a roommate inside. I was not alone, I shared the room. And in the room itself, you have the bathroom and the toilet area, but you do not have a kitchen. You have a small little fridge where you're able to store things and put things inside, but there is no kitchen itself. But then on each of those floors, there's like a common kitchen area where you can actually cook and prepare food for yourself and eat it, of course. But yeah, that's how the housing situation works. So as you work with them, they also provide you the room. However, the room is not free of charge. It is taken away from your paycheck. And then depending on what kind of room you have, it's also a different amount of money. There is also a staff canteen where they prepare and cook food for us. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are entitled to 3 meals per day. Of course, once again, this is not included in the price. It's per payment. And you're the one that decides what you will have. So you can have nothing if you don't want to. You can have breakfast, or you can have breakfast and lunch. So like you can have a half board or a full board. Most of the time I had a half board, and what I really liked is that you don't necessarily have to go to lunch. You can also go to dinner. Like it depends to you. So you have, sorry, I kicked you again. So basically you have breakfast, and then on top of breakfast, you can either go to lunch or to dinner. Like it's your choice. But yeah, most of the time I had half board, and for the rest of the meals, I would just prepare something quick in the room. I don't know, like some cereal or like some sandwiches, things like that, something that was quick and efficient. And last but not least, the last question, number 10, would be my favorite memory from Switzerland. My favorite memories overall, I would say, like there's not one that I would like point out, but just in general, my favorite memories were any of the times and the moments where we as a team would hang out together, just going, I don't know, for a drink or for a dinner or out to party. These would be basically like the favorite memories that I hold, just because we were able to like spend time with each other outside of work, get to know each other more, and just like have the time of the life, you know, together. And I've had some amazing memories over there, and I look forward to going back again to make some more new memories. And of course, I will take you along and record again Blondie in the Mountain vlogs when I go up there. But yeah, this would be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. As always, leave a comment down below if you enjoyed watching this video or not, or if you have some other questions maybe regarding Switzerland that you would like me to answer for you. And last but not least, as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the eSquad family. The more the merrier. I love you guys, mwah, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.